So we're back at the tavern on the square. It's lunchtime. And just as Master Butterbun's promised, he comes into the tavern. He approaches the table that you guys are at. You'd agreed to do this. It was last night that you had to take care of Arnold and his rude friends there on the docks. That's right. Good riddance to him.
Yeah.
That's right. So Master Butterbuns, as he promised, he approaches the table and he's like,
Oh, thank you so much, friends. You know, here is the small job I have for you.
and he kind of, there's not really room at the table, but he kind of he squeezes his way into the table. And he says,
I have an item in my home that, well, I need someone to burgle it. And it's just an easy way to say thank you. You can just climb over my wall, just pop a window, pop a door, whatever you like. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard for an experienced group like you. And it's this terribly ugly bronze elephant that I received as a gift that the gift giver thought that I would like and display it, and I just don't want to. So I will leave it in the foyer. I'll leave it on a large table there. Just get it and get rid of it. And I know that it's short notice, but if you could do it tonight, just late tonight, here's 10 gold for each of you now, and I'll buy you a round. And what do you say?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Sounds.
Wait, stealing?
Yes,
No,
stealing
it's
from yourself.
burgling. It's burgling.
whoa,
and,
whoa,
and, he,
whoa.
and he kind of puts his hand up and he looks at you, Ash, and he's like,
You understand? You can take care of this?
Well, yeah, of course, absolutely.
Great. I have other business to attend to.
he drops pouches on the table and then goes up and says something to the bartender about getting you guys whatever you want, and then he's out.
Yeah, sounds great. Super easy money on the up and up. You know, it's not.
Up and up. So I turn to Ashton and say, well, if he doesn't like it, why doesn't he just throw it away? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you can't. You can't do that. No. Yeah, that would be a grave insult.
I get not throwing it away, but it why not just put it somewhere that's not on display?
Oh, we keep it?
Can if one of you likes bronze elephants, but we can find other things to do with it. We just need to get it out of his house. Like that's I don't understand why this is.
So he wants us to do his spring cleaning.
No, he just. I don't understand. It's so simple. He has the thing and he wants us to take the thing away. He just wants us to burgle it. Quick in and out job.
Something smells fishy.
I think the part about it that I don't quite get is burgle.
Yeah, burgle.
Like it's just like, oh, please take this item away. I don't want it. That's
Right.
different than, oh, please come and burgle my home for this item
That's
that I don't
exactly what burgle means.
That's the thing that makes complete sense to me.
But-
Is burgle this thing, burgle it from my house at this specific time. Feels like a setup.
It
Yeah, I
does.
was about to say, it does feel like a setup,
His
right.
burgle implies that he doesn't know it's happening.
It's
Right.
a part of halfling culture that I don't think you guys are fully grasping here.
Yeah.
So he wants an excuse to tell whoever gave it to him that, oh no, it was stolen, so that's why it's not here. So
I think
that
it's
part I
even
can
more.
kinda
It's
make-
even
I can
more than
understand.
that with halflings, because I mean, Ashton, you know, like halflings give each other things all the time. So like being a burglar in halfling society is a totally accepted job because somebody has to take those things and sell them back to the like tchotchke dealer who then sells them again, or your house would be just full of stuff. And then every now and then, you know, they actually like call in, like now they call in a specific thing to get burgled. But yeah, this is just a part. If you're a halfling burglar, totally acceptable job.
I have heard that halflings do strange things. So I think now I understand. Okay.
So I don't understand what's so strange about it, because I mean, how else are you going to get a gift to give somebody?
Right. Okay. Got
I'm
it. I
excited
understand.
to steal
Circle
this
of
thing.
life. Circle of
It's
burgling.
not stealing. It's not. Let's get
Sorry,
very clear.
burgle.
Usually,
Thank
when,
you.
when my parents gift me something, it's something that I will use or that I want.
Well, that's great. Then you can
Halflings.
use it and want it, and
I'm just kind of I'm not familiar with that part of halfling culture of gifting things that the person receiving it isn't
Hey,
going
hey,
to
Graham. He just wants us to take this thing and give it to someone else.
who will like it.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
they'll like it a lot. They might even give us some gold for it. You never
There you
know.
go.
I am a fan of
Yeah.
gold.
I mean,
There
if
we
you
go.
think that's what we should do.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right, so you wait till night. And Master Butterbuns, he lives at like, I mean, he's the the head of the kind of halflings on the council. So his home is in a nicer part of town. I mean, he's an important guy. He like negotiates the rates for like halfling produce and like keeps products moving. I mean, you saw him there at the docks arguing to keep trade moving and all that. Yeah, so he lives in a nice, rather large um uh it's like it's a human size home. They didn't make like a halfling size home for him, but that they'll like put halfling size stairs and stuff like that in these homes and put like a doorknob lower. So they make some accommodations, but it is still a human size house. So, but it has a nice fence. The fence is locked, and yeah, so you guys are there like wearing your black clothes, getting ready to do your burglar. You're like hiding in the bushes, like trying to decide what you're gonna do next as you're there.
Right.
Like, like weapon wise, uh, Ashen, Sai, and Graham, like you guys kind of just like have stuff, but what what is Bear like? Did Bear bring anything to like? What is
No,
he?
no, I don't. I don't need. If I need a weapon, it's usually within arm's reach.
He'll make anything a weapon. Okay, I like
Or
it.
it's an arm.
Yeah.
Good arm, yeah.
You'll make
Also-
something or someone a weapon. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
Why do we need a weapon? We're going to burglar. We're going to do a halfling culture burglary. What do we need a weapon for?
My question is, does Bear have burgling clothes, or are you just in literally your like standard?
Well, I don't really wear armor, so I'm. This is just how I look. So
Put those
Right.
like you put those Conan the Barbarian stripes on yourself.
right.
Yeah.
Black, yeah, those black and white
no,
stripes.
not
Practically
But,
invisible.
yeah, I mean, this is how I stealth. So
Okay. So three of you are in the bushes. One of you is standing next to the bushes as you're getting ready to, assault the walls here. So I mean, what's the plan? How do you want to go about doing this?
So if he expects us to come and burgle, would that mean that he would like leave the window unlocked for us? Or
That's
even
an insult.
I don't know.
well,
Of course
I'm
it
not familiar with halfling culture, which is why I'm asking these questions.
Hey, Ashen.
Yeah.
You got any rope?
Of course.
Okay. Hand me some rope.
Okay.
So I'll take the rope. I'll tie
Bushes
it
are
on
shaking
to.
as you guys are passing rope across the
Yeah, right. The
the
bush.
hedges.
Right.
Yeah.
Bear's head
Uh,
is like sticking above the
Yeah.
bush.
yeah, if people walk by, I just say nothing to see here. Move along. Move,
Right.
Yeah, perfect.
right, move
Yeah.
along.
So I'm gonna tie it to an arrow, and then look up and check out for something that I can shoot this arrow at.
Oh, try and like hook it on. Sure, like yeah, on the other side of his wall, and it's not a huge wall. I mean, it's probably I don't know, like a 10-foot high fence. Made of like you can't see through it. It's like stone. It's nice. So sure, there's a tree on the other side. So you take a shot.
Right.
And, yeah, you're good. You're a good enough shot. The tree's not moving. So you are you shooting it into the tree, or you're trying to like wrap it around, or like what's the whole
So
plan?
I'm gonna tie a series of small loops in this rope, behind the arrowhead, and then I'm gonna shoot it at the eaves of the house. Try to get a rope attached to the like maybe the weather vane or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that. Something that'll hook those loops.
Yeah, so you after a few tries, you hook it onto some sort of spike or weather vane or something like that
Right.
that's up on the
Lightning rod.
actual roof. Yeah, on the actual roof of the house over the wall. So your thing's kind of laying on the wall
and then I look to Ash and say, "Suitable."
Rude, but it works.
Let's make for funsies, everybody make just a normal climbing roll, however you're going to climb over here. And this is less to see if you can do it because you've got the time to do it, and more like how unnoticed you go climbing over this wall. Are we like falling down? Are we banging into it? Like anybody fail? So if you fail,
No.
you still make it, but it's going to be uh-oh.
Climbing's easy for
All
me.
right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's
Uh-oh.
not my best work, but
So what
no, I did
happens?
fail.
Yeah, Graham didn't quite get the understanding of what was supposed to be happening. The rope is coming, hanging off the wall, but it's also hanging from the house. And so Graham is like hanging from the rope, climbing the wall, and then still on the rope, like climbing over to the house, and it's like falling, sinking.
Oh,
So he's like on the ground and still like pulling on the rope,
while the
like
rest of you guys
sliding
are in a
across the
bush,
grass.
like yeah, you've made it over. Everybody else is hiding in a bush. You're not
Yeah.
sure where they went. So you're trying to like climb the rope and it's not sticking. And you're just standing there in the middle of the
Right.
yard holding a rope now
No,
in the
it's
middle.
still like pulling himself with the rope. Like, are we not supposed to walk on the ground? Like, what?
Well, you get to a point where you're now everybody else, yeah, you guys are inside like below a window and you're starting to actually climb up the side of the house, wondering if they're on the roof. So you're halfway up the side of the wall and then you guys realize that he hasn't got there. You poke your head out of and he's heading for the roof.
I,
I think I
Graham.
go.
Hey,
I
Graham,
don't.
buddy,
He didn't.
in here. We're gonna go in here.
Oh, okay. And he like, sort of wraps the rope
Yeah.
and sort of slides down.
Go ahead and make a this is easy for you. Make an easy like lockpick.
I'll laugh so hard if I
I
beat
I
this.
hope that you do. Yeah. Yeah.
I did not. So.
Okay, good. So yeah, you pop it just like you said. You're able to like talk over your shoulder to these fools that are climbing up the wall. You pop the window, it swings in, and yeah, everybody kind of like rolls into the house. It's dark in here. There's some candles. Like he left some candles lit, so there's a little bit of light in this area of the house, but obviously it's still night. You are in the like a wide hallway foyer kind of area. To your left is some kind of sitting room, and then it looks like down further to the right after this foyer there is a dining room. But I mean, so this is a nice house. So you're in the foyer. You look at the table, and you don't see the elephant there, but there's a lockbox sitting there on the table. Not part of the plan he briefed you on, but perhaps this is just part of the fun that there's a lockbox there. So let's take a look at this puzzle image that I'm going to pop up here. This is from kind of the top down. So that's all that's here. Not a lot to go on.
Bear looks at this, looks down, sees that it's something that requires less than hitting it. So I'm going to just turn away and kind of keep my eyes open for anybody coming down the stairs or around the corner. I'm just going to be on the lookout.
Going to play guard, all right. And and this is wood. It's like etched wood, and each of these things is a little switch that you could either switch it up or you could pull it down. And right now they're just kind of neutral in the center.
Kind of search the table for any clues or hidden traps or hidden, any sort of anything of note.
Yeah, you check around the table. There's a drawer, but it's empty. You find no evidence of any kind of traps, and it looks like this is truly just like a small chest lockbox that's been sat right on this table for you all to
Okay.
find and deal with.
Okay, then I will kind of examine the box itself.
And as you're fooling with the box, you lift it up, and there is a little note, a little piece of paper underneath the box, and it just says, "Don't forget your name, stupid." And it looks like a note maybe he wrote to himself so that he would remember whatever the code is for this thing, and he slipped it under there. What are we thinking?
Well, it's not the alphabet because it's less than 26.
Right. Graham wants to kind of reach out and fiddle the first one. So
And
it's
it'll click up. Yeah, it clicks up or clicks down and clicks back to the middle very, very simply.
and so like even, fiddling it multiple times, it doesn't like lock into place or anything.
No, yeah, I mean it locks in up, middle, or down.
Okay, so it doesn't stay in place. The little carrots and like less than signs are part of the like
Those
part
are
of the
like
box,
etched
right?
in. So
Okay.
yeah, those letters, if you will, are etched into it.
Remember your name.
I thought it says, "Don't forget your name, stupid."
Kind of a clue is that?
Has the same number of switches as letters in butter buns.
Well, there's 10 switch. Oh, butter buns. I thought it was buns. So I was like, no, there's not.
So if there's the same number of letters, maybe the swirly patterns and the angular patterns are to do with the shapes of the letters?
That's kind of what I
That
was looking at too, but I have not seen it.
Because a B would be more swirly.
Like nature of the letter, not finding the letter itself. Okay, I see what you're
Right.
saying. Yeah,
Interesting.
I like that. Yeah.
Can we try the first one,
Yeah.
move it down?
Yep, you slid it down to the V side. Yeah.
U would also be a swirly, right?
Mm-hmm.
curve,
Okay.
yeah. So two
And
down,
then, yeah, the next two would be the T's.
next two up. E would be up.
Yeah.
Depends on
if
if it's capital or lowercase.
it's a name, I assume
What are
lowercase.
you saying? I don't understand what you're saying.
Let's try lowercase. I think that makes sense for
So then we're looking at down, 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 down. I'm kind of thinking we might need to go uppercase.
Well, you get
We'll
them
see.
all into the lowercase. What you're saying is the lowercase thing. You try and open the box. No dice.
Well, let's reset the box to that, I guess.
Down, down, up, 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 down,
Down
Down
for
on
the
the
R. Okay.
down,
Okay.
down,
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and down.
Try and open the box, but no, there's still just something not right. I don't think you've considered the
center
symbols that are
position.
on there.
No,
Yeah.
not.
You're looking at the designs, but those symbols that are above and below each switch, those have to mean something, right?
Is it curved and not curved, but C and V?
Oh,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
consonant and vowel.
Ah, we're idiots. Awesome.
Right. So exactly.
Ah,
All right. So there you go. I like consonant and
Yeah, I
vowel.
think you're
Go
right,
for it.
Ashton.
okay, so that would be up, down, up, down, up, down, up,
Yes. And when you
right?
set it to those things, the box
Nicely
pops
done.
open and you see inside this hideous, very angular looking brass elephant that you see. It's just got like googly eyes on it. You can see why he
Well, now I
doesn't
love it.
want to display this at his house. So yes.
I want
So
this
you
on my desk.
Right.
yeah, you snatch it out of there. Well, he told you to get rid of it. So as long as he never sees it again, and it isn't kind of in
Right.
the cycle of burgling, I think that he will be happy to
Right.
tell whoever gave this to him that it actually legit got stolen and he can't have it anymore. So
Burgled, but yes.
it got
Burgled.
burgled. So yeah, so you guys are there. You're so happy that you finally got this done. You're like silently giving each other high fives, whatever. You, I guess, who? It sounds like you carry the satchel around, like Andrew
Yeah,
Graham carries like a
Graham's
satchel, like,
satchel
with
guy.
items around.
Satchel.
Yeah. So you toss this thing in your satchel, and
Oh,
just at that moment, it's been like dead quiet in this house, but you hear somebody else. You freeze as you hear somebody else moving around the house, and you all look towards the sitting room area, and there is a guy, and he freezes as well, and he sees you clearly. He did not expect for you to be here, and you didn't expect for him to be here, and he is dressed in all dark clothes. He's got a hood up. He's got something covering his face. His eyes are like big, and then they go real tight. And Mike, you instantly, sight instantly recognizes that this is a guy, whether he's here for you guys or whatever, he is a legit threat.
Is he a halfling?
No, this
my
is definitely
first-
this is definitely
okay.
human-sized guy.
My first thought is, he double booked,
Oh.
Yeah. So
That's what I thought, too.
I put my arms out, at the others, and I say, "Nobody move." This guy, he is all in black, but he has a slash through the black shirt, showing a dark red, almost like a sash or something, but it's built into the front of his shirt. Uh, and I can see like a crossbones tattoo, and these guys are no one to mess with. This guy is a professional assassin.
Ashton, you instantly recognize that he's starting to he's pulling shadows to himself because you do this, but not anywhere near like the level or quality that he does it. He pulls these shadows into himself and duplicates himself into three folks, and you all can't know that he was here. So he is coming at you now. Daggers are flying. You know, best of luck. You do not have weapons out, and he does. So I'm going to give him initiative as he is charging towards you, and you guys start doing whatever you're going to do. So these three figures are all kind of merging in with each other, merging in, merging out, coming together. And a rain of black, shadowy, like dripping daggers just flies at the entire party. Make me a normal dex saving throw. You all are just dodging for cover, trying to get ready. All right, those of you who failed the save are going to take 11 points of damage, and anybody who saved, you're going to take 5 as you're able to get some cover. And these daggers are made, or stars or whatever they were, darts are made of shadow. So once they hit you, there's nothing left. They slice into your body and then just kind of melt away. And now you all have scattered in the room that you're in, maybe back into the room behind you. We'll find out in a second. And these three that are one draw some blades as well. They're curved. They're a black metal, but there's kind of a greenish sheen on them. After you made all that dodging, I want you all to think about where you are. Who do you think is closest to the door that he is charging through, where the stairs are, where the front door is?
I think I was on the lookout, remember?
That's true.
So I think I'm closest.
Okay.
And I
What do you-
also took damage, so that makes sense because, he got the jump on me.
Well, you don't have a weapon. What are you grabbing?
Well, I'm extremely angry. And I looked to try to see where this blade went. I'm like, what happened to, I mean, I'm cut, but I don't see a blade. Normally I take out the blade and then poke him back with it, but there's nothing there. So I look around at the first thing I can grab. I see light, I see fire, and I see a big pokey and a big shovel looking thing for the coal. And I go, and I start swinging.
So I have 2 weapons, one in each hand. Both of mine hit for a total of 23 damage.
And I scream.
Things starting to smash. Like you like you're bull in a china shop in this thing now. You get a good stab right through the arm, and then you bring that shovel down, conking right on the guy's head. Andrew, Bear has barreled past this assassin to grab the stuff out of the fire. So he's on one side. You're closest on the other side. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think Graham, in the sort of initial movement and reaction, he did make that save. And so I think his reaction was to sort of dodge towards that door frame. As he's trying to come through that door, Graham is like on that wall so that he can get the jump on him. And so he goes in for a couple of hits, bare fists again, but
Oh.
he's trying to reach for the center of mass of these shadows as they keep moving.
Right.
He's going right for that center of mass, hoping to hit some squishy bits or something.
Okay.
And that's 2 hits.
Okay.
And not great damage, 5 and a 6 for a total of 11, but it's also, not terrible.
So your first hit does land. You're able to figure out which one's which. The second one, though, just goes right through as it's merging through. You don't get a good clean shot. Although you were accurate, does absolutely no damage.
Does it have a sensation to it at all? Do I feel like a mist or like a smoke or anything? Or is
like
it just
a smoke? Like you
not
can't
there?
really feel smoke, but you think that you can. Yeah, it's that kind of a feeling, and you see things kind of whoosh around. Even when you punch the actual body, there was some whooshing of black
Okay, so
material.
kind of like whirls and eddies of what it should
Yes. Yes.
be.
And you've seen that effect before because you know Ashen fools around with a little bit of this kind of stuff. So you've seen when she's like created a bolt or created a knife that it does some of that, but nowhere
Right.
near the level
But
of an
not on
entire
this scale.
body. Yeah,
Not
no.
not aimed at me.
No, 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 no. Or like a whole rain of daggers flying
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, no, absolutely
Yeah.
not. All right, we're gonna come to Sai. What are you doing?
I'm pulling my longbow to shoot the thing that Graham seemed to connect with
Okay.
and hit for 12 points of damage.
You are able to base it off of Graham's good hit. He's feeling this damage, but it doesn't seem like it's you would expect that this level of damage would slow someone down or it would affect their grace and their ability to like defend themselves. It is not. Ashton, what are you doing?
As soon as I realized what he was doing and we were all dodging, I know that there's really only one good defense for this. So I dodged to the closest light source, be that the candle or the fire,
Okay.
and I am pulling a torch from my bag to light it.
Oh, nice. So you are pushing shadow away from yourself in an active way just because you know how to do that. All right, back to the terrible assassin that is coming down on all of you. Again, the assassin, it almost looks as you're seeing these three things coming together, like sometimes it's upside down, it's doing flips, it's like off the wall, it is all over the place. The speed at which it is moving and the dodging it is doing is really incredible. You've never seen something like this probably at all. Again, I need everybody to make that same deck save again. You can make an easy deck save, Ashton, because you're actively trying to deflect them with light. Everybody else make a normal deck save. And this time the damage will be So this could hurt because it's going to be 16 if it hits you. It's going to be 8 if you saved. Yeah,
Glad I
so
made this one.
you guys are. So yeah, this is kind of a rough one. So yeah, and in addition to that, the two daggers that are out, they're trying to sink them right into Ram. So I've got two daggers coming at you.
Oof.
Dagger one. Oh, dagger one's a miss. Oh, terrible.
I
No.
appreciate it.
Now it's my time to roll a crit. So one of the daggers sinks deep into your shoulder. The damage itself from the dagger is going to be 10 from the dagger, and then I need you to make and then I need you to make a normal Constitution save because there's now poison coursing through your veins. This is bad
Uh-oh.
news.
I am immune to poison.
Excellent. So as you drink so much poison already.
Exactly.
That you are absolutely immune to the poison that you can now metabolize instantly. All this commotion, attacking. I'm sure people are yelling. Well, we know Bear is yelling and knocking over tables and stuff down there. You see some light from upstairs. Master Butterbuns starts coming down the stairs like an old time, like Scrooge. He's got his like candle and his like big hat on, and he's like, what is going on down here? I just want you to get that elephant. What's happening? As soon as the assassin sees him, he turns and all his attention is focused on Master Butterbuns. But before that can happen, you all get your turn. So go ahead and take your actions.
I think my next action is gonna be to try to disable this guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to tackle through all of the shadows. You said it's
Okay.
3 kind of like coalescing.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just
like
gonna
moving
try
in
to
and out. Yeah.
send my body through all 3 of them, try to tackle it to the ground.
Okay. So you're charging forward,
Yeah.
trying to tackle him. So go
Yeah.
ahead and make an attack roll to see if you can even get your arms around the right guy here.
First attack roll did not succeed. I just catch air.
Yep, you catch air, you fly right through him. You're now on the floor. You might get stepped on by Bear because you're kind of in the other room.
So I see Graham fly toward me, but hit the deck and then spin around. As I dodge from him, I take my my poker.
And I poke him again, and it does hit. And then I take the little shovel thing and I just bang it on the head, and it does hit. And it hits so well.
And that does ×3. So that's let's see.
Not ready for him to die just yet. All right, what do you got?
6, 12. So hold on. So 20, Hold on. Oh, so that's 60 damage. 20 times 3.
Who wrote the rules for this game?
I usually use a
10 of my
calculator, but
one
I can do
hit.
20 times 3. So
I'm gonna have to go
What?
relook these weapons
Oh,
I gave you. Yeah, I don't think that no matter what my plans were, I don't think they're gonna go forward after 60 points of smash damage. I mean, you probably Incredible Hulk grab him and just like smash him into the ground. The whole room is wrecked. Yeah, what do you want to do, Sai? The assassin's
Well,
probably dead, but he's still being taken care of by Bear right now.
Yeah, well, Sai was gonna throw both daggers, and 2 hits. The second one was a crit. So as Bear is smacking him back and forth, it's gonna hit once, hit twice.
Yeah, you aim it. Yeah, that crit gets him right as he's like flinging him by.
Yeah, so for
Yeah,
19.
okay, and then yeah, that's ridiculous. And then what happens? What do you do? What do you do, Ashen?
I mean,
What can you do? Maybe I should ask that.
I think I just kind of wander up and look over Bear's shoulder with my torch at this
You
point.
kind of like yeah, just put it out. All right, yeah, very
Right.
easily. I thought my guy would be a little more deadly than this, but not when we're rolling 60 damage crits. So yeah, after eventually, Bear, I guess you calm down. You come to
well,
yourself and you're
once whoever it is dies, I
you
become
come
calm.
calm and yeah,
Yeah.
the
The anger is
battered and
released.
bruised body of this guy.
Right.
However, as you were bashing him around, a piece of paper, you probably saw this, Ashton, because you were kind of hanging back while they were finishing him off. A piece of paper like flies out of this guy's pocket and kind of slowly floats to the ground. So we got this letter, this note that you can take a look at.
That's what my crit
That's yeah.
buttons.
You
Yeah.
shot it
Yeah.
Stuck to the
It's
wall.
in the wall.
Yeah, you caught that.
Right. We go up to the wall. Oh, let's read this. Right.
Master Butterbuns is still like
Snatch that.
hanging from the stairs. You help him come down. He's like totally freaking out. Yeah, so
Look at him and say, "How bad did you hate this elephant?"
he's like,
I certainly did not order anyone of that caliber to steal the elephant. I don't know what kind of people you were taking around, but clearly he was after me. I saw how he looked at me.
so yeah, take a look at that note.
Oh. Tonight at midnight, the old fool has hired some local trash to steal a trinket
Oh,
from
rude.
home, so it will be easy enough to pin it on them. I will increase Imperial patrols in that area and have them respond to a disturbance shortly after midnight. Kingsman 2?
Kingsman 2 or Kingsman 11.
We're being
Yeah.
framed, guys.
So
Don't like
Master
that.
Butterbuns,
Mr.
yeah, he
Butterbuns.
sees that, he looks at it and he's like,
The Kingsmen, you know how they've been after halflings. You know how they've been trying to take us down, and the wastelanders. This is bad. This is bad, and I don't think that I can protect you. I think you've got to get out of here. If it's true that patrols are coming,
and as he's like saying this, you can already hear patrols outside. And this isn't the patrols, this isn't the watch that you are friends with, because we know there's a conflict like there is a conflict happening in the town between the watch that is locals and this imperial force that has been increasing their power and their reach in the city itself. And that imperial group, it's all humans. They do not care for anybody but humans, and that's why the Kingsmen have started to rise up more and more. And Arnold has been more outgoing. I mean, we saw him, last week yelling at halflings in the tavern, being very bold because he's backed up and able to do that. This is not good. What are you going to do? You cannot stay here.
I think I'll ask the master of the home, is there a way out the back? And then I turn around to everybody and say, we got to get out of here. Let's go out the back.
And he's like,
yes, I don't know if they'll have everything surrounded, but if you do go out the back, my backyard meets up into another backyard, and perhaps you can get out that way if they're patrolling the front streets.
and now you can hear out at the front there is banging on the gate that's out there. The like iron gate. There's banging, and they're saying, like, Master Butterbuns, we've heard a disturbance. Let us in. We're going to break down the gate if you don't let us in right now.
If you don't have a hidey hole, what I could suggest is we go back to my tavern. So
Would get him out of town.
yeah, I know plenty of ways, back to my tavern that are old hunting paths. So I think we're going to be fine. Just follow me.
So you pop out the back door. You do just like you planned. You hop over the fence into somebody else's yard. Just at that moment, you can hear the gates have been broken in. Master Butterbuns is opening the front door. You can hear him having a conversation as you're going out the back. Yeah, and you are out of there. Hopefully you can get your job back, Graham. I know you've quit your job before, and they seem to give you your job back. But yeah, now you guys are off.
You can't keep a good bartender out of your bar.
Yeah, but you got to run and lie low for a little while now. So yeah, you get out of town. You're heading out for more adventures off in the farmlands. Things are going downhill in a way that you did not expect in the town. With the festival coming up, this new imperial presence, something is stirring that is concerning. You're just going to have to figure it out on a different night because we are done this evening. So I hope you had a good time, and we will see you for our next adventure out in the farmlands.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody.
I